and welcome to the 𝗦𝗵𝗲 show. Thank you for always joining us each and every morning, and we value you for taking out your time. I mean, you've taken the kids off to school, and you have chosen to be here with us, and for that we thank you, we value you. And Rihanna, we always want to implore our knowledge to you so that you lead a successful business and in life. So as always, we want to share where we've been to where we are on our journey so that you can benefit, you can lead a successful life as well. So without further ado, you know what, Ria, my amazing co-host, is going to be leading the conversation today. So without further ado, Ria, so friends, welcome to the show. My name is 𝗥𝗵𝗲.
My name is Ria, and welcome to our show.
Slight hiccup there. But Ria, I'm going to pass the mic on to you.
Thank you, 𝗥𝗵𝗲. So
It's a Friday.
Yes, it is a Friday. I'm going to share my screen, and today's topic is about tax and why taxes are important. And 𝗦𝗵𝗲 said he is not against the government, and he's not against paying taxes. So today's topic is taxes are important. And just like Robert said in the book, he is not against taxes.
I don't see your screen.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Let me. There. Are you able to see me now?
I can see you now. Yeah.
Okay. Let me share. Are you able to see that?
I can see iPad, but I don't see that your whiteboard.
Okay. Okay. That's probably why.
Okay, there you go.
All right, guys.
All right.
That's technology, and we are rolling. I forgot to share screen.
We are rolling, yes.
So today's topic is taxes, and taxes are important. And are you able to see my screen now, 𝗥𝗵𝗲?
Yes, I do, Ria. Thank you. We can see you.
So today's topic is why taxes are important. And just like the book said, 𝗦𝗵𝗲 is not against the government, and he's not against paying taxes. And so if you look at the income and the expense column again, this is income and this is expense. Taxes is an expense. It is an expense. Taxes pay for a lot of things. And that's why taxes are very important, because they pay a lot of things. For example, this is a school. These are the teachers. They pay for the teachers. Number two, they pay for, there's a water hose, and that's water right there. They pay for our firemen. Third, it's a star. They pay for our police. They pay for the court system. They pay for That's a gun. That's a parachute. So this is my military. The taxes pay for military. They pay for our roads. They pay for airports. So they pay a lot of things, right? So if we look at it, taxes are an expense. They're not income. Taxes pays for teachers, firemen, police, the court system, military, the roads, the airport, the hospital too. So they pay for a lot of things. And don't forget the hospital, that's very important. So point number 4, Rich Dad in the book is actually a real person. Rich Dad is Keith Cunningham. And his frustration is that, remember earlier about the farmer and the bunnies, the bugs and the bugs and the birds. And we talked earlier about the bunnies. And the bunny stands for the bureaucrats. Bureaucrats. So the bureaucrats rarely solve our problem. So what happened is the taxes now because they rarely solve our problem, they keep on going up. Now I'm going to draw my bunny again. And this stands for the bureaucrats. This is the olden telephone. These are chairs here. This is a man with glasses and a magnifying lens. So the question is, so when the problem of expenses, the bureaucrats then, so instead of solving the problems, they instead form a committee. They call for a committee. These chairs here are committees to find a solution to the problem. So what happens, because they form a committee, they call for committees, then the problems never get done or solved. And point number 6, Rich Dad's philosophy comes from he realized that the taxes will only go up. It's never gonna go down. And this is my bunny again, which stands for the bureaucrats. The bureaucrat's job is to, this is me, this is their hand, and I have pockets in my pants. So the bureaucrat's job is to get our money, to go deeper into our pockets, get our money. Now, our job then, we draw a person here in my pants with deep pockets in here and hands. So our job then is to, these are barriers. Our job then is to, for the bureaucrats to get as little as possible from our money legally. So the bureaucrat's job is to get our money into our deeper pockets legally. Got the word legally. Our job is for us to defend our pockets so that they can get as little legally. Point number 9. It's unfortunate. This is a working, hard-earning, working middle class. And these are coins, which represents income. So it's unfortunate that people if you look at this, these coins here, there's a lot. And in this area here, there's only one. So they earn the least. People that earn the least, they pay this is the income. This is the tax. They pay the higher tax. So people who earn the least, their income is right here, whereas others, the income is higher. People who pay the least, they pay the higher tax, despite their income being the least. That's point number 9. Point number 10. Warren Buffett once said, if we look at the Fortune 400, so Fortune 400 is a magazine here in the USA, and they rank it according to the net worth of the top 400 American citizens who are very wealthy. And Warren Buffett says the tax they pay is a lower, let me try to is a lot lower than their secretary. So Warren Buffett says, if we look at the Fortune 400, now again, Fortune 400 are the big, wealthy American citizens who are ranked according to their net worth. So from 1, who is the number 1, to top 400, Warren Buffett says the taxes they pay is a lot lower than their secretary. So to recap, to give a summary, to recap on our talk today, taxes are important. So Robert, the author of the book, says he is not against the government. he is not against paying taxes. Taxes, if we looked at it, they are an expense. Taxes are important because they pay for teachers, taxes pay for our firemen, taxes pays for our police, taxes pays for our court system, taxes pays for our military, taxes pays for the roads, taxes pays for the airport, taxes pays for the hospital, taxes pays for a lot of things. Now, Rich Dad Keith Cunningham's frustration is that the bureaucrats rarely solve the problem. And so, because of that, he realizes that taxes will only keep going higher because the problem is still there. Now, the bureaucrats, when there is a problem, they call for committees instead of solving them. So what happens when they call them committees, no problem gets done or resolved. And that's why Keith Cunningham's frustration, the rich dad, is that because of this, problem never gets done. So he thinks that the taxes, the only way for it to, the direction for it is only to go up, and it's not gonna go down. So because of this, Rich Dad's philosophy comes from the realization that taxes will never go down. It's going to go up. Point number 7, the bureaucrats, this bunny here, they're cute and they're deadly. The bureaucrats' job is to get our money, to get deeper into our pockets legally. Now, our job is, if you see this barrier, this fence here, these hands here are the hands of the bureaucrats that wants to dig deeper into our pockets. So our job then is for them to get as little as possible legally. Point number 9. It's unfortunate that people who gets income the least income, they pay the higher tax. They pay the higher tax. And this is true from what Warren Buffett says. He's one of the billionaires. He's one of the top 5 Fortune 400. Warren Buffett says, if we look at the Fortune 400 is the magazine here in the USA which lists the top 1 to 400 richest American citizens. So he says, if we look at the Fortune 400, taxes, when it comes to taxes, they pay a lot lower than their secretary. Now, our question we should ask ourselves is, why do the Fortune 400, why do the wealthy, the Fortune 400, they pay lower than their secretary when it comes to payroll taxes? Number 2, the other takeaway here is that the people that earns the least income, they pay the higher tax. Now again, taxes are very important because they help provide the military, the teachers, the firemen. These are all expenses. So they provide jobs. So that's why we're able to have the roads, the airports, the court systems, the military, the police, and so forth and so on. So I hope you learned something from today's lesson on why taxes are important. And you hope you ask yourselves, I ask myself, why do the wealthy pay so little in tax, and why are the people that pay that gets the least income pay the higher taxes? So that's our lessons for today, and hopefully you'll stay tuned for more of our Alka and Ria show, and we'll continue to enlighten you on taxes, on money, so that we can start shifting, pivoting on how we earn our income, so that we also benefit on how the wealthy gets wealthy.
Ria, thank you, Sharon, for that. That was amazing. Friends, I hope you took a lot of notes, because there was a lot of nuggets shared right there. Ria, so when you talked about the bureaucracy, the bureaucrats, bureaucracy, yes, they're always wanting to sneak into our pockets to get our money. And so, yes, we do need taxes, because that pays for the infrastructure, right? So, you know, as much as we think we don't need to pay taxes, but then we do, because taxes go towards paying, as you mentioned, so many people.
Yes, so our job is then to pay as little legally. And if you think how the Fortune 400, they're earning a lot of money from the right side of the quadrant, either from their business or their investment. So if you're on the left side of the quadrant, which is the employee or the self-employed, this is the highest tax bracket, especially the employees. We are the highest tax bracket. And that's why Warren Buffett said, if you look at the Fortune 400, the Fortune 400 pays the least in taxes compared to their secretary, because the secretary, the hardworking class, are in the E, employee, and the S, self-employed. And the wealthy are in the B, big business, and the I, the investors. So when you have money coming from the B, business, and the I, the investors, they are taxed the least, And that's why they have more money coming into their pocket, and they have protection. And that's why they pay little tax, because that's what the government wants them to do, is to stimulate the economy. So they provide jobs to the people. They have a lot of businesses to help solve our problems too. So we should think, how can we be a big business? How can we be an I investor?
Exactly. So learn to pivot to the right side. So Ria, thank you for sharing that. And friends, we have come to the end of the show, but thank you for always for tuning in to our Ria and Alka show. Thank you so much. And, you know, hope that you took a ton of notes, because it truly is valuable to not stay in the on the left side of the quadrant, but to pivot slowly to the business and the investor side, so that you pay least tax. So without further ado, I hope, friends, you have an amazing weekend. Have an amazing weekend. And, you know, hope that you implement what you learned today, because every day we're always constantly learning, and that you start to implement everything that, you know, we are sharing with you, so that you have a successful business and successful life. So have an amazing weekend, friends. We will see you same time, same place, Monday morning. Make the rest of the day the best for the day, and we will see you next week starting Monday morning. So bye for now, guys.